Hi, it's Anna. Welcome to Ruhani Wellness Center. Today we're going to do a yoga practice that it's about creating a liquid body, about adding more fluidity and water to your body. And it's not going to be so much about moving like water and taking that quality into your movement. You can do that too. But it's mostly going to be about the exercises that will get your body from being tight to soften. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of stretches, moving the joints around a little bit too, and work with different tools that are going to help our body release. So when we're releasing, the body may get different reactions. You may need to yawn a lot. I really encourage you to help your body do that. So encourage your own yawning. You're releasing carbon dioxide. Breathe in and out deeply. Take a lot of oxygen and nutrients in. And also think about what is that one thing that you need to let go. Because when we're working on moving, we are moving our whole being. So not just our physical form, it's everything. So we are clearing the channels for the water to come through. So we're going to release the excess of mental energy, the excess of emotional energy. What is that one thing that's stuck like a pattern, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental, that you really just need to let go and come out of your physical form? The body holds its vessel, it holds everything that's happening. So when we begin to open up, all of those things also in the emotional and mental body will come up. I encourage you to let them go, to have fun, and to create a liquid body so that then we can dance and we can flow with more ease and have fun. So let's get started. Start laying down on the floor with your feet flat. Breathe in and out fully here and just observe your body. See if there are any muscles that you can actually let go a little bit more. Perhaps move your knees from side to side, informing your body that you're going to move, informing your cells and your tissues that you're going to let go. Stretch the right leg and lift it up into the sky. Huge breath in. Move that right ankle around in circles, adding some circular movement to that joint. And then shake that right leg. Just shake it as fast as you can. Just letting go of all that staggered energy. Shake it off. Imagine a waterfall coming down. And then take your hands on top of your right thigh and begin to move it from side to side. Just releasing and letting go of the contracted energy. Massage your calf. You can bend your knees if you don't reach your calf. And I want you to imagine the bone in that leg and massage on the outside of that bone, right under it. Starting from the foot down to the hip, you pressure on the outside of the fibula and the tibia bone, always coming from the heel to the hip so that you're helping the reverse flow of the blood come down like a waterfall. Now begin to massage your thighs as well. Move the heel around a little bit more. And I want you to grab your right foot and place it above your left knee. Move from side to side. Make sure there are no wrinkles on the inside of that right foot and interlace the fingers of your left hand into those right toes. We're going to begin to move around the foot, making sure you're not moving the ankle, because what you want to move is the little bones inside the foot. There's a whole tutorial on this if you want to look that up too. So no moving of the ankle is steady. You interlace the fingers and what you're moving is the little bones inside the foot. Stay here for a couple of breaths, just mobilizing and creating space in the soles of the feet where we get a lot of accumulated tension and all the little sediments and the rocks that are not allowing the waters in your body to flow. They get stuck on your feet. Now release and take your right foot and grab it into half happy baby. If grabbing your foot makes your sacrum come off the floor, then it's okay. You can grab your calf a little bit lower. That's your first option. Your second option is you grab the outside of the foot. And then your third option is you grab the inside of the foot and you grab the heel, pressing that knee down. Once that knee is down, you give it an external rotation, take your toes to the floor, and if you want more, then you stretch the knee. But it all depends on where are you today. Remember, this is liquid body, so flow with what's working with you today. Take a huge breath in and a huge breath out. Bend the knee if it was straight. And again, cross the right foot over the left knee. This time we're going to interlace the hands behind the left foot. If you want more, you can use a block. Place it between your ankle and your knee. Remember, no wrinkles on the inside of that ankle. And move from side to side. So the block is going to give you more space in your hip. But again, if you have pressure on your knee, then release the block. This is about creating space in your body and making it feel good. Keep breathing. Take your left foot on the floor. Keep this whole structure with the block, and we're going to release the feet to the left. Maybe the right sole of your foot is going to touch the floor. Maybe not. Grab your right foot with your left hand, so you're stabilizing the ankle, and then you're pulsing the right knee away from you. You should feel a stretch right there on the right side of your hip. Inhale, come back to center. Release the block. Keep the right ankle above the left knee. And now we're going to grab a strap. If you don't have one, it can be a piece of cloth. And wrap it around the right foot. So it's going to be in the arch. You can also just grab the calf or grab your toes. But I really recommend you use a strap or a piece of cloth. Breathe in and out deeply. And from here, we're going to do internal and external rotations of the femur bone in the pelvis socket. So you're moving the femur bone from side to side. You're rotating it from the hip. So it's not moving the foot. It comes from the bottom, right there in your hip joint. Pause at center. Take both straps with your left hand and make sure you're keeping that heel in line with your hip. Take it slightly to the left, but keep your right sit bone grounded on the floor. So we're getting into that fascia tissue on the outside of your right leg and some muscles on the outer thigh. Inhale, come back to center. Bring it a little bit close to you. Maybe you can grab your foot, maybe not. Remember, you don't want to lift your sacrum off the floor. Keep it grounded. And again, we're creating space. It's about the liquid body. It's about breath, and it's about releasing and letting go. Release your foot and once again shake it off, releasing all those excess of toxins in the sole of your foot. Take the foot down, stretch both legs, stretch your arms to the sides, melt in the floor, and for a second just pause and notice how you feel. Receive your breath. Receive the difference between both legs. Notice. Inhale, take a full body stretch. Exhale, feet flat on the floor. Other side. Left leg up into the sky and move the ankle around in circles. Move the toes, move the entire foot, and then begin to shake that leg. Shake, 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 shake. Shake it a little bit faster. Releasing all the excess of energy. Just getting the waters to flow. And then take your hands on top of your left thigh. Move it from side to side. And really move the good stuff. So you really want to release. Imagine you're detaching the muscle from the bone. Relaxing the leg around, massaging it a little bit. Just getting the stiffness in the body to move a little bit more. Just as if you were adding water to clay and allowing it to get a little bit smoother. Then walk your hands to your ankle. Remember, you can bend your knee. And again, visualize the bone that goes from the ankle to your knee and pulse and press under that bone, under the shin. So you're pressing in. And remember, it's always from the ankle down to your knee. Always from up and to down. Helping the reverse flow of the blood. Again, allowing the waters in our body to flow. Lift the leg up, shake it up a little bit more. Maybe move the ankle around a little bit again. And take the left foot on top of your right knee, cross it. Bring the structure to you. Move from side to side. You can grab behind that right thigh. Get that liquid feeling in your hips, massaging from side to side. Keep the breath. Keep the flow, the inner flow. Now interlace your right fingers in between your left toes. Make sure you're getting in there all the way. Again, remember, stabilize your left ankle with your left hand, and what you're moving is the foot, the little bones inside the foot. You can also take a block and place it under your right foot, just to be more stable here if your hip flexors get intense. And again, adding that movement in the base of your toes and in the base of your foot is going to help you create space in that doorway in the sole of your foot that connects you to the earth. Release the hand. Release the block if it was there. Take a huge breath in. And exhale, release everything to the side. You can pulse your knee out a little bit, and if you're comfortable here and that's enough, that's perfect. But if you want more, remember, you can always use the block for a little bit of an extra help in opening that left hip, making sure there are no wrinkles on the inside of your left foot. Release that structure to the right. And then you can stabilize your left ankle with your right hand and pulse the left knee away from you. So if you're not feeling any pain in your knee, then this is really, really, really good for opening your hip. You can feel it on the outside of that left hip. Breathing in and out, creating space. Root down through your core to come back to center. Remove the block. Put it to the side. And now we're going to go for half happy baby. So remember, you can grab your calf. Your sacrum is always on the floor. You can grab the outside of your left foot, or you can grab the left heel. Give that leg an external rotation. Take the left knee to the floor. This is a lot. If you want more, left toes to the floor. And then lastly, maybe stretch that left knee. These are all steps. Choose the one that suits your body the most. Wherever you feel that the tension is being filtered through the breath. Come back to center. Grab your strap, your belt, your piece of cloth, and wrap it into your left foot. And again, you can take the strap into the arch of your foot or a little bit closer to your toes. It's going to give you more of a stretch. Take a huge breath in and grab both straps with your right hand. Take it to the right slightly. Getting that IT band to stretch. Again, your left sit bones on the floor. Making sure you're breathing and exhaling the excess of tension. Come back to center, remove the strap, and bring that leg closer to you. So you can grab your toes, you can grab your calf, and you can keep the left knee bent if you need to. So we really want to be creating space and not contracting the body more. So really listen. Water is about being receptive. Listen to your body. What does it say? Breathe into that limit. Release the foot. Bring it up to the sky and shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake the left foot again. You're taking all the toxins out of your foot, back into the flow of the bloodstream so that it can release it. Relax both legs on the floor. Move from side to side. And again, pause and feel. Allow the liquids in your body to even out. Full body stretch. Take a huge breath in. And exhale, release. Bring your knees into your chest. Open your legs. Move from side to side, creating a little bit of space in the inner thighs. Keeping your belly in. Knees to center. Hug your knees. Keep moving from side to side. Take the left knee in. Bring it to the right side and twist to the left with your torso. This is your first option. You can stay here. Or if you want more, you can cross your legs, bringing the left knee over the right, crossing the feet into Garudasana, and again, releasing the knees to your right, twisting your torso to the left. So you don't want to over twist either. Again, it's about receptivity from you towards your body. Where are you today? What will give you the most flow? Breathe into it. Root down through your core to come back to center. Release. Take your right knee in, first choice. Right knee to the left and twist your torso to the right. So you can maybe try this first. Breathing for a couple of times. And then if you want more, you can come into your Garudasana legs. This time the right knee crosses over the left. And then you release your knees to the left. Torso keeps twisting to the side. Feel that fluid line of energy from your right hand all through the side of your torso, your spine, to your right knee, even to your toes. Release the legs. Move your knees from side to side. Stretch your feet to the sky. Breathe in deeply. Exhale. Bend your knees down, roll to the side, and slowly come up for sitting. Take your feet together, and then we're going to open our knees to the sides a little bit, making sure that your spine is in alignment, so neutral back. Now take your hands on the floor, and we're coming to 4 supports. Taking cat-cows, and now bringing this mobility that we found, that liquid body that we found on the hips and the legs, we're moving it up into the spine now. So moving in a way that you can really imagine and visualize that vertebral column being super liquid, super fluid. Take your right hand to the sky, huge breath in. And exhale, cross it over. Your right palm is down on the floor to really stretch your right shoulder. You can take your right shoulder on the floor, but you really want to make sure that the weight is not on the neck. The neck is free. The weight is on your left hand and on the right shoulder. Take a huge breath in here. Exhale, release all the toxins. Press the left hand down. Come up, inhale, lift the left hand to the sky. Exhale, cross it over. Again, the left palm is on the floor. Maybe the left shoulder's on the floor, maybe not. Again, it's about where does it feel more fluid to you. It's not about pushing the limit. It's about breathing and easing and listening to it. Take your right hand, push it down, come back to center. Liquid spine, cat-cows. Take your sit bones to your heels, come all the way to kneeling. Breathe in deeply, and we're going to begin to move the shoulders around in circles. So we're taking that liquidity from the feet to the legs, to the hips, to the spine, and now your shoulders. Roll them forward this time, all the way. Inhale, open your arms. Exhale, cross them in front of you. Right elbow across the left. palms come together or back of the hands come together. Garudasana, eagle arms. Now inhale, open, exhale, other side. Left elbow over the right. Breathe in. One more time. Inhale, open. Huge breath in, exhale, left elbow over the right, palms together. Now this time, we're gonna twist to the left, lean forward, and maybe get our elbows outside that left knee. This is too much. You can only just twist halfway. Wherever you are, we're trying to really create space in that right shoulder, but it's a lot, so listen to your body. We're creating space. It's like we're squeezing all of the tension out of that shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Now open up that watery heart really big. Huge breath in, fingertips back. Exhale, cross them the other way. Left elbow across the right. Inhale deeply. Exhale, twist as you lean forward. Remember, you can do halfway or go all the way down. So you're crossing the elbows outside the right knee. It's a big stretch for the left shoulder. Breathe into it. What is that one thing you're letting go of? What's that item in the backpack that you no longer need? Inhale, come all the way up. Release your arms. Roll your shoulders up, back, and then widen your collarbones. And spread your arms to the sides, then back, fingertips back, really stretching those energetical channels. Exhale, come back to center. Wrist stretches. Palms down, fingertips towards you, move from side to side. Take the back of your left hand towards you and do little fists and stars, closing and releasing. The more you take your hips back, the more you stretch your wrists. Then other side, left palm down facing towards you. Back of the right hand on the floor, and do your little fists and release. Hands down in neutral position, one cat-cow. Come into neutral spine. Inhale, fully tuck your toes and push back to your down dog. Paddle in place and make it feel good. Feeling your body as a whole. It's one living liquid organism. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, knees on the floor. Relax your jaw and chest. This practice is not about stiffness and getting strong in your planks. It's about the liquid body. We're going to do that in some other class. This is about making it feel good. So allow yourself this moment of finding mobility and softness. Lean your body forward, lower all the way down to the floor. Roll your shoulders back and back and back, making spirals in your shoulders. Lower all the way down. Take your left hand to the side as a T shape. Walk those left fingers away from you. Lift the right leg up into the sky. And we're going to twist our body to the left. Now make sure your tailbone is long. So you don't need to take that right foot really close to your hand. Rather, take that right foot long in that diagonal closer to your left foot. Your right hand is going to be in front of you, helping you monitor how much you want to twist. If you want more, you can take the right foot above the left thigh, not on the knee, so you can get that hip opening. Breathe and let your body melt here, the minimal amount of energy necessary to hold this pose. Stretch both legs, come back to center. Take your hands back for one Cobra here. Huge breath in. And exhale, melt down. Other side. Right hand as a T shape. Lift the left leg, cross it over to the right. Make sure you're long so you're not taking your left foot back too much. Now remember, there is no weight on your neck. Relax here. You can take the left foot above the right thigh and the left hand in front of you to help you monitor how much you want to open. Now you're opening your right shoulder, the left hip, and just keeping the belly in, but the rest of the body is relaxing down, melting and turning into water into the floor. Stretch that left leg, come back to center. Let's go for one sphinx. So get your elbows under your shoulders, making sure that your forearms are on the floor. Tuck your tailbone, untuck your toes, and then press your forearms down and back to press your heart forward. Your ribs are in, but your shoulders are soft. Collarbones wide. Space in your neck and your shoulders. Huge breath in, creating a lot of space. Now take your hands under your elbows and come up. Now we want to come into the thigh, not on the knee, but right above it, because we're going to massage our quads, lower in the hips a little bit. So take your hands to either side of your torso, come up slightly, roll from side to side, massaging those quads. Come back down, toes on the floor, push back to your down dog. Make it feel good and paddle in place. Again, it's about fluidity, it's about letting go, it's about liquid body. Reach up with your left leg, inhale deeply. Stack the hips, then bend the knee and create space in that hip flexor. Exhale, step the left foot in front of you. Take the right knee down. Give your body a minute to adjust, moving your hips from side to side. Hands on top of your left thigh. Tuck your tailbone first, then bring the torso up. Inhale, take your hands into the sky. Grab your right hand with your left hand so that you're stretching that entire right side of your body, leaning to the left. Lean, 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 and stretch that whole front side. Bring your hips back a little. Inhale, open your arms. And again, we're going to cross over just like we did before. The right elbow above the left, and we're going to twist. Again, you don't have to twist all the way. Really opening into that right shoulder. If this is too much, just take your palms together, shoulders back. If you want more, do the full Garudasana, wrapping of the arms. Exhale all the toxins out. You don't have to look up. You can leave your gaze, whatever feels good to your neck. Inhale to come out, hands on the floor. Tuck your tailbone and out. Squeeze your right glute. So there are antagonist muscles. The more you squeeze your right glute, the more your right hip flexor is going to stretch. Take both hands inside your left foot. Toe heel your left foot out. Send your hips back. And then come forward, back, and move from side to side, making it feel good, creating that watery feeling in your hips again. You can take a couple of blocks here if it's too much. Hands on the floor, bend the front knee, lower your hips, maybe take your right forearm down and your left hand on top of your thigh. Stay here, or if you want more, open your heart and catch that back foot. If your hips are tight and your knees out, then turn your toes in the same direction as your kneecap. Breathe in deeply and create a space that feels good. The liquidity in your joints, space being created. Release the foot, hands on the floor. Take that left knee back, and we're coming into free flow cat-cows. So it's about the water element and creating space through melting and expanding and not through breaking. Move around in a way that feels good to you. Prepare to take your down dog again. Tuck your toes, push back. Lift your right leg up into the sky. Stack your hips, make it feel good. Then bend your right knee, creating more space. Huge breaths in and out. Inhale deeply. Exhale, bring the right foot between your hands. Lower the left knee down. Hands on top of your right thigh, lengthen your tailbone. Inhale, hands to the sky. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and lean over to the right. Again, the front side of your left side is getting super long. Inhale, come back to center. Release. Hands to the center of your heart and twist, or get your left elbow above your right. Interlacing your arms, twist and get your elbows outside your right knee. Again, breathe and notice where the liquids are getting stuck. Is it the neck? So widen the collarbones, relax the jaw. What can you do to let the energy flow? Release slowly. Squeeze the left glute a little bit more to stretch that left hip flexor. Then push your hips back, stretching the front leg, and forward. Back, stretching the front leg. Remember to keep the curve in your low back, sit bones back so you can bend your knee a little. Belly in. And try it out. How much can you stretch here? Be fluid with yourself. Listen. And lower the pelvis down. Take both hands inside your right foot. Toe heel your right foot out and point the toes in that diagonal line or in line with your right kneecap. Maybe take your left forearm down. Breathing deeply, getting your hips to adjust to this position. If this is a lot, you can stay here or you can take your hands on the floor. You can twist to the right, shoulders back, bend your back knee and catch that foot. Now take your hips back and make the connection between your glute and the heel. Then maybe take your left forearm down. Breathe into the watery hips, into the melting of the left quad. Remember, the breath is what's helping you release. Let go of the foot slowly. Bring both hands to the center and push back. Take your right knee back and move from side to side. Very natural flow. Be like water and move like you. You can lean forward and come all the way down to the floor for a Cobra if it feels good. Exhale, lower all the way down. Take your left arm to the side and let's open those shoulders one more time. So it's like we're rinsing and releasing the toxins of all of the little nerves in our shoulders. Other side. A bit more fluid, breathing in and out. And come back to center. One Cobra to finish here. Make it feel really, really good. Make it feel super fluid on the inside. Exhale, push your hips back. Take one more down dog and again paddle in place. Water is about listening and care and feeling. Bring that into your practice. Take your left leg up into the sky, bend the knee, stack the hips. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Take the right knee down. You have two choices. You can repeat what we just did, taking the hips back and catching the back foot in this monkey twist. Or we can use a block to further get into that melting of the quad. So you bring the block not under your back knee, not under the knee, but under the thigh. Take both hands inside your left knee. Maybe your right forearm goes on the floor. Maybe you can lift those right toes and bend and stretch that leg. keeping the ribs in to protect your low back. Maybe you can twist and catch the foot with your left hand. So this is a lot, remember. You don't have to break. It's about expanding. It's about water. It's about slowly accepting where we are and letting go of tension. Softly let go. Left hand on the floor, right hand. Then slowly stretch your back knee, toes on the floor, and then lift the thigh off the block. Reach up with your left hand, huge breath in. Exhale, come back, stretch the front knee and hug around that leg. Release, inhale, look forward. Keep your front knee stretched as much as it feels good to you. It can be mini bend always. You can take your hands on your calf under a couple of blocks as well. And softly step forward with your back foot. Melt forward. Catch the back of your ankles. Bend your knees deep. So it's not about snapping your knees straight. It's about pushing your hips up into the sky. Relax your head here. Let your hair waterfall down. Breathing deeply. Exhale, fully relax. Say no and yes with your head. Relaxing the neck. Allow gravity to stretch you. Bend your knees. Look forward. Inhale. Hands on the floor and step back. Down dog and paddle in place. Again, creating space and making it feel good. Notice how your body's already more liquid. Inhale, lift up your right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and stack your hips. Take a huge breath in. Enjoy this opening. Exhale, step the right foot between your hands. Lower your back knee. Choice number 1. You repeat what we did before. Twist to the right and catch your left foot with your right hand. Or you can use the block and again place it under your left thigh. Remember, it's for the quad, not on the knee. Both hands on the inside of your right foot. Huge breath in, adjust it here. Maybe take your right forearm on the floor, maybe the left, and bend your back knee. This is already a lot. You can stay here or twist and take your right hand, searching for that back foot. Monkey twist with a block. This is a lot for the quad. If you run, you will feel it. If you don't, you will feel it anyway. Breathe deeply. Release that foot. Take your back toes on the floor. Lift your back thigh off the block. And inhale, easy twist. Lift the right hand to the sky. As you exhale, hug your front knee and stretch that knee a little bit more. Release, look forward. Inhale. Exhale, take your belly in. Step forward with your back foot and forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Send your sits bones to the sky. Can massage the back of the legs, creating more space, melting that clay. Grab opposite elbows, move from side to side. What makes you feel more like water? What can you do now to allow that fluidity to come to your body? Inhale, look forward and come all the way up to standing. We're going to get further into our shoulders, creating more space. Come close to a wall and take your left palm on the wall. In the same line of your shoulder, the shoulder stays back. Turn your fingertips back. And this is already a big stretch for the ligaments on the wrist and the shoulders and the energy channels. Relax the throat, relax the neck. There is no tension generated here. Exhale the excess of energy. If you want more, you can twist away from that hand, creating more and more space in that shoulder. But breathe into it. Relax your jaw, moving it from side to side. Keeping space between your ears and your shoulders. Remember water. Remember space. Come back to center, and we're going to take that left hand behind your back, and we're going to press the elbow down, not in, because that pushes your scapula out, but pressing the elbow down with your right hand, just creating space and length in the arm. Release. Now take your hands behind you, and we're going to press that left hand away from you with your right hand, creating more space on the shoulder. So pushing it away. And release other side. Right hand on the wall. Again, remember, your body's still strong and steady. Take the fingertips back behind you. Fingertips back. And twist your torso. The shoulders plugged in and you're twisting away. Your neck is soft. Breathe into the energy channels that are getting cleared so that water and energy can come through. Come back to center. Release and take that right hand back behind you. And again, we're pressing the elbow down with our left hand, creating length on that bottom right arm. Breathing deeply. And exhale, release. Take your hands behind you, and now the left hand is going to press the right hand away from you. Breathe in and out into the space that you're creating. Now roll your shoulders back. Palms together, you can interlace them behind your back. Shoulders go up, back, and then collarbones widen. Elbows want to touch behind your back. This is already a lot. So up, back, wide collarbones, just like that. And then you want to pretend you have a ball and you want to squeeze it with your elbows in. There you go. So that's what's going to create space in your shoulders. You can stay there or stretch your arms. It doesn't really matter. You're opening your heart, pulsing your heart up into the sky. Huge breath in. Allow the water that you've created in your body to expand all the way into your chest and create even more fluidity in your emotions, in your heart space. And release. Let's go back to the mat. Take a comfortable position. Roll your shoulders back. And we're going to be creating space now in the front of the neck. So take your left ear to your left shoulder, making sure that you're stretching now your right fingertips away from you. Far, far away. Shoulder stays back. Inhale deeply. Come back to center. Huge breath in and exhale other side. Right ear to the right shoulder. Left hand that pushes away from you. Feel it all the way into the fingertips that we just stretched. Inhale, come back to center. Now the front of the neck. So we're going to take the left hand behind your head. The elbow comes in and it plugs in. So if you look at it from the side, we're plugging the elbow, the shoulder down, and the scapula in. So it's elbow, shoulder, and scapula that go back. This left hand is going to support your head, and take the right palm into your heart and pull the flesh down. Touch your heart space and create more water in that area. We're going to take the shin up and slightly to the right as you pull the skin slightly down. You're going to be feeling the stretch in the front side of your neck and that right side. Come back to center. And one more time, left ear to the left elbow, right shoulder rolls back, create space in the neck. And come back to center. Now take the right hand in front of you and plug that shoulder back. Take the hand behind the head. Relax the head back. Take the left hand into your heart space. And we're going to, again, relax all that left front side of the neck. So you want to pull the flesh of the neck down as you take your shin up and slightly to the left. So you're pulling here, creating space in the front of the neck. Breathing deeply. Inhale, come back to center. Right ear to the right shoulder, left fingertips away from you. And slowly come back to center. Roll both shoulders back. Draw a U shape with your shin. Relaxing the back of the neck. And inhale, come back to center. Now we are going to use a block of something of this shape, like a book, to further get into your chest and shoulders. So these are your scapulas or your shoulder blades. We want to connect the tips of those bones down into each other, not up there in the upper edges of the shoulder blades. We don't want to get that contraction. That has space, but the tips of the shoulder blades come closer. So we are going to use the block to press into that space at the bottom of your shoulder blades, keeping the upper part of the shoulder blades wide. So place the block on the floor, either in its lower version, the middle height, or the higher height. I'm first going to demo with the middle height. So you want to here take your feet flat and lean into the block. I'm going to show you through the side, right there in that space where the block is going to help you connect the tips of your shoulder blades. Right there. Now, you want to make sure that it's in line with your spine. So adjust it as many times as you need to make sure it's straight. Lean on the block. Take your hands behind your head so they're not behind the neck. They're behind the head where there's actually hair, if you have hair. Plug your elbows in, your shoulders back, and relax here. Making sure your shoulders are spacious and collarbones wide so you can create space between your neck and shoulders. Again, plug the arm bones in and relax the head back. Breathe here for a couple of seconds. So I'm going to show you the neck. You don't want it to be dumped back, cranking back, but you want it to be in line with your spine. This is why we're supporting it with both hands. It's your heart that's being opened. It's not the neck cranking back. This is for your chest. This is for your shoulders. This is for your energetical heart. Melt into the block. Cultivate that liquid inner body. Your thoughts are liquid. Your emotions are liquid. And everything is flowing. One last breath in. On the exhale to come out, use your core to lift up a little and then roll to one side. I'm going to demo now the high position. If this is too much, just stay in the middle or the lower. But I just want to show you how it looks. And it's super important that you really tuck the tailbone and that you're supporting your head. You can take your feet together and your knees apart for a further opening of the hips. If you want more, you can take your palms together and rest the head in the base of the wrists. You can even try to look for the block with your fingertips and even walk the fingertips a little bit closer to your sacrum on the block. Remember, the neck is still supported in your forearms or in the wrists. And again, this is the moment where you melt, where you notice any resistances, and you add water so that they melt away. And then you can have space to flow. Honor your limits. Breathe into them with ease. To come out slowly. Engage your core, support your head with your hands, come back up a little, and roll to one side. Now we're going to finish with the legs up the wall to clear out the excess of toxins that we may still have. Grab a block. If you are a woman and you're in your moon cycle or your period, then don't use it. If not, then we're going to place a block close to a wall. And this is how you go in. You sit down next to it. Then you take your forearm, your side body to the floor, and then you roll into the block. You want to notice that you're supported in the block, but do you have a curve in the low back? So you don't want to round your low back like this. You want it to be slightly closer so that your sit bones are grounded on the block. But you still have the curve in your spine. You can stretch your legs here. Now you want to have a little distance from the wall. And it depends how much you want to flex. The further you are, the less you are going to have to flex your legs towards your torso. So find a distance that is comfortable for you. Relax here. Take your arms to the sides. And find that space within that has the ease and the receptivity to pause here and feel. Notice how the waters in your body are shifting with this inversion. The blood is rushing down from your legs, clearing the toxins and allowing that internal sensation of not being staggered, but the opposite of energy flowing, of emotions flowing through and not getting stuck in the tissues or in the mind. That internal mental state where thoughts are also liquid and they're also fluid. And we're going to be here for a while, and in your yoga practice, this resting poses, this reconstructive poses are for you to nurture yourself like water is nurturing. And they can also be a challenge for, this is when the mind gets activated again. So I encourage you here to keep this internal fluidity as an internal state. You are water, you are liquid. You are made from the earth, and the earth's got a lot of water in it, and so do you. So stay here in this liquid form. Yawn, release, allow the thoughts to melt away, and just enjoy. Take your last huge breath in. Exhale all of the air out. And slowly begin to activate your body, moving your toes around, your fingertips, your wrists. Stretch your arms behind you. Maybe bend your knees. Take your feet together and your knees apart for one more hip and inner thigh stretch. Couple of breaths to really incorporate the water and the liquid body, knowing that this is something that you can always come back to. Every time something gets sticky in your mind, in your emotions, you can go back to this liquid form. Slowly roll to one side. And when you roll out of your cushion or your block, you melt into the floor. And then pause here without rushing anything. This is Embryo Pose. It takes us back to that safe space in the womb, that very first liquid universe where we came into in this incarnation. It sets you up for the rest of your day, the rest of your life, from this internal liquid space. Breathe and feel the water around and inside you, and how they are both one and the same. As you melt into the floor and the floor melts into you. Relax even further. Melt down even deeper. Nurture. Be receptive of the world around you. Let it come in through your senses, becoming a part of your experience. And then appear in the world, opening your eyes, preparing to come out of your practice. Press your hands on the floor and really softly come up to seated. A comfortable position that feels good for you. Thank you so much for joining me at this beautiful space in Ruhani Wellness Center. This is all for you. Give this practice to yourself anytime you need to be fluid.